Welcome back, Devils fans. It is your host, Ace, here on Running with the Devils, where we are talking New Jersey Devils hockey all year long. Please hit that subscribe button, smash the like, share with a friend. Thank you very much. And folks, we are a little past the halfway mark in the month of March. And as many of you have heard me talk about, as well as others, we are currently amidst the March of Meier. That is right, my friends. March is when Timo Meier does his best work. Timo time is very frequent in March, and I am here to tell you all about the origin of the March of Meier.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
We look at March of 2024, last season, when the March of Meier was born. Timo Meier doing severe damage. 13 goals and 7 assists for 20 points in 15 games, which comes to a whopping 1.33 points per game, and 2 of his goals were of the game-winning variety. Nothing more crucial than game-winning goals. Timo had 2 of them out of his 13 last March, and we just look at the games. Obviously, the Devils went 6-9 last March, and it's when their playoff hopes really just flew out the window. But he had a goal in a loss at Anaheim, a goal in the next game, a loss at LA, a goal in the next one, a loss at home versus Florida, and then he had that hat trick against St. Louis. Many of you will remember that, in a win. And then another goal in the next one in a loss at Carolina. But you're talking about Timo had a goal or more in the first 5 games of March. Completely insane stuff. He didn't do anything in that Ranger game. A goal and an assist against Dallas. Nothing against the Coyotes. Nothing against Vegas. Then he had 2 goals against the Pens. A goal and 2 assists, including the game-winning goal against the Jets. Nothing against Ottawa. A goal and an assist against the Islanders, including the game-winning goal. A goal and an assist against the Maple Leafs and an assist against the Sabres. But when you look at it, that is quite a tear. He led the entire NHL in goals last March. 13 goals, led the league. 13 goals, 7 assists, 20 points, 15 games, 1.33 points a game. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. 2 of them game winners. Many Devils fans have been complaining about Timo all season long. I've been constantly defending him. As many of you know, I am the president of the Timo Meier fan club. I love what he brings. A lot of people have been talking smack or complaining that, oh, he's not scoring enough and blah, 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 and he's paid so much money. The reality is Timo Meier is an absolute beast and does things that no other forwards on this club can do. He does a little bit of everything. He is the closest thing that we've seen to Claude Lemieux from the glory days, just an agitator that gets under everyone's skin. Look no further than that Rangers playoff series in that 22-23 season. He was everywhere. Despite not scoring any points, he was a huge factor in the series, constantly roughing guys up in Shesterkin's face. He was getting under everyone's skin and was an absolute factor in that series. We don't really have any other guys that could do that to that level. Furthermore, he does drive play. He makes just bullish moves. You saw the other nights where he just cuts down the wing and just runs over the goalie in the net and finishes on the backhand. He's a special player. No one else on our team has the comprehensive skill set that he does, and I absolutely love the man. He's a little bit of a throwback. You guys know I'm an old school fan. He could smash people. He could score. Does a little bit of everything. I love Timo Meier, and realistically, heading into the season, I was hoping for a 30-30 season from him. I was hoping for 60 points. Now, a lot of you probably still wouldn't be happy with that. They're like, oh, he makes $8.8 million. Big deal. You have to value beyond goals, assists, and points. Many people just look at the stats and they're looking for points. And yes, points are obviously very important, but there is a tremendous value to all of the other stuff that he brings. Like I said, creating opportunities for himself and others, smashing guys, going to the dirty areas. The guy does a little bit of everything, and there is a value to that. Now, Timo did go through that elongated stretch where he was in a drought, and I obviously wanted to see him score more as well, but he was snake bitten. He was getting chances, and he just couldn't finish as much of the Devils could not. For whatever reason, there was like a month where the offense completely dried up. We were getting stoned on breakaways, in tight chances. It just seemed like no pucks could go in for the Devils, and no one was victimized more than Timo Meier. He was getting chances nearly every game. They just weren't going in for him. It's a little bit of just a bad luck run. But now, the calendar has hit March, and the March of Meier is underway. We look at March of 2025 this season, and so far, Timo Meier has 5 goals, 2 assists for 7 points in the 9 games thus far this March, 0.78 points per game, and he's already got 2 game winners, guys. 2 game winners for Timo Meier. on this crucial pre-playoff stretch. We look at the schedule. By the way, the Devils have gone 5-4 in those games. I'll take that. Hopefully it gets better as we continue on in the month. But he started off March 1, 1 goal in the 3-1 victory against Utah, including the game-winning goal. Love to see it. He didn't do anything, obviously, in the Vegas shutout. Then we go to the Dallas game. He had a goal and an assist in a loss. He didn't do anything in that Jets game, which was just pathetic on deadline day. That one still really hurts my heart. And then we go to Philly. He was shut out in Philly, but then we get to the 11th against the Jackets in a huge, huge game. Cannot understate the stage of this. Timo was scoring in the big moments on the big stage. He has the game-winning goal in that 5-3 win against Columbus. Beautiful snipe. He came down the right wing and ripped it right off the post. What a snipe. What a snipe. Like I said, this guy could do it all. He could score in tight. You saw against the Jackets the other night where he came in, finished on the backhand, and then snipe shots. One-time blast on the power play. He has an assist in the Edmonton win. He had a goal in that Pittsburgh loss, and then that goal against the Jackets the other night ended up being the first one for the Devils that got the ball rolling. So all in all, so far this month, 5 goals, 2 assists for 7 points in 9 games, a very respectable 0.78 points per game, and 2 game-winning goals. He's won 2 games for the Devils out of the 5 games they've won this month. And we look at the calendar ahead. We have 7 games remaining. Tomorrow night against the Flames, Saturday against Brady Tkachuk and the Senators. Then the Devils host the Canucks, and then they're on the road for Chicago, Winnipeg, Minnesota Wild, and then back home on the 31st against the Wild. What is my man Timo going to do in these final 7 games? I'm hoping he finishes the month strong. It's Timo time. The March of Meier continues. And the last point I will say, I hate to beat a dead horse, but a lot of people need to understand this. Timo has been playing on his off wing. He is a natural right winger, and that is where he is most efficient. He has played left wing all season long. All season long. The guy's on pace for 55 points playing his off wing, and he was not on power play 1 until Jack got hurt. What are we talking about here, people? Like I said, for me going into the season, I was looking for Timo to have 60 points. Something like 30-30, 25-35, however it broke down, a 60-point season from Timo Meier. Given everything else that he does for the team, you're getting your money's worth and then some. People need to realize that. And he's on pace for roughly 55 points this season. That is remarkable. Again, he is playing on the left wing. He is a natural right winger. He is better on the right wing. And he was not on power play 1 for 85% of the season. What are we talking about here? To finish with 55 when 60 points is really the mark of like a very good season? What are we talking about here, guys? It is time that people appreciate Timo Meier for everything he does, aside from the production. Aside from the production. And if you don't get it, then in the words of former New Jersey Devils head coach Lindy Ruff, you don't watch the game very well. Because Timo Meier is a bull. He does all the little things, and he's producing in the moments when it mattered, in the biggest month right now, stretching into the playoffs. Nothing more I could say, folks. You either get it or you don't, but Timo Meier is an absolute blessing to this franchise. We are lucky to have him, and he is going to be one of the guys carrying the load down the stretch and into the playoffs. I am hoping we secure a playoff berth as soon as possible. It's probably not going to happen until the last week of the season, maybe even later, depending on what the other teams do. But the Devils are in a great position right now, have a nice grip on that 3rd place in the Metro. Hopefully we hold on to it, and hopefully we could get some retribution on the Carolina Hurricanes in the first round. But I'm super jacked for the rest of the season, and we're going to need Timo time quite often, down the stretch in March and into April and beyond. And hopefully Timo could get hot in April into the playoffs, as well as Jesper Bratt, Nico Hischier, the rest of our guys. Maybe Luke Hughes could become an X factor. There's lots to be excited about. This team should be in the playoffs, and I do think, despite what other people think and think I'm crazy, with hot goaltending, whether it's Jacob Markstrom or Jake Allen, and a sound defense, which you've been seeing as of late, I do believe this team can surprise some people and make a surprise run. Call me crazy, but I believe in this team, and especially when it's predicated on hot goaltending and a very sound defense. Old school New Jersey Devils hockey, my friends. Embrace the grind, win ugly games, and just win these 2-1, 3-2 games. The sky is the limit. Appreciate Timo Meier for everything he does. The man is an absolute force. Timo time is out in full force, and I'm excited for it. Looking forward to see how we finish the season, but let me know what you thought about anything I said in this video in the comments. Anything, everything New Jersey Devils hockey, throw it out there in the comments. I enjoy talking to all of you. I have a bunch of stuff in the works. I'll be doing the post-game shows, some pre-game shows, some interviews will be coming out soon. So keep your eyes peeled, guys. If you're newer to the channel, poke around and see some of the videos that came out recently. I had a great one there about Jesper Bratt and how good he really is in historical context for the New Jersey Devils. So check that out. I'll put the link in the description. But I'll be back very soon. Very, very soon. We are in the thick of it now, guys. Pre-playoff stretch. Warfare hockey, and hopefully our New Jersey Devils could go on a beautiful run. Would love to see it. But thank you all for watching. I love you all. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Until next time, friends, let's go Devils.